Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. And I'm still talking about the Haitian woman that called Black Americans dirty because this story is still trending. And what has happened here is that this woman has actually put her people in harm's way. You can sit up and run your mouth thinking you're flexing or think you're doing something cute for you. But this is a perfect example of unintended consequences. This Haitian TikToker made a disrespectful comment about Black Americans, and instead of the backlash staying on her, it spilled over onto Haitian people who had nothing to do with it. Black Americans heard her comment as a generalization, not a personal insult, and the response reflected that. Suddenly, two communities were in conflict over something one person said. This is what happens when someone speaks carelessly. They put their entire group in harm's way. Black Americans are all over TikTok dragging the Haitian people for filth all the way back down to when they were in elementary school. And Haitians were brought here as refugees and put in their classroom and in their neighborhoods, and how nasty they were. And I mean, it just goes on and on forever. So Black Americans have brought all of the Haitians into the mix. And the Haitians are crying, why don't you just speak to the person who offended you? And the response is, she didn't say one person was dirty. She said Black Americans. So, as far as Black Americans are concerned, all Haitians are fair game. That's called unintended consequences. And that's why you have to move with strategy. When you're living in another country, especially one your community relies on for stability, safety, and opportunity, respect isn't optional. You don't get to insult the very people whose society you're benefiting from. That's not boldness. That's putting your own people in harm's way. If you care about your community, you don't create problems that they'll have to clean up. Here's where everything spiraled. Instead of the backlash staying on the woman who made the comment, the conversation widened. Black Americans responded to what they heard as a broad insult, not a personal disagreement. And once a comment is interpreted as you're talking about all of us, the response becomes collective too. That's how online conflict works. One person speaks, but the entire group gets involved. Then the Haitian community stepped in, saying Black Americans were attacking Haiti and all Haitian people. But that's the trap. The original speaker had already blurred the line between me and my people. And once she framed her comment as coming from a place of cultural identity, she unintentionally made her community the face of her words. And this is where unintended consequences hit hard. Haiti is already dealing with extreme instability, poverty, and global vulnerability. Many Haitians migrate because they're seeking safety, opportunity, and stability, often in the very country where Black Americans have historically pushed for fair treatment of Haitian migrants. So when someone from that community publicly disrespects Black Americans, it creates a contradiction that people immediately notice. And what is the result of that? The result is a conflict that didn't need to happen. a whole community caught in the crossfire because one person spoke recklessly and the internet amplified it. And that's what the internet is here to do, and that's what it is going to do. That is why you have to watch your words. At the end of the day, this wasn't a clash between two communities. It was the fallout from one person speaking carelessly and dragging her people into a conflict they didn't ask for. When you invoke your identity while disrespecting someone else's, you don't just represent yourself anymore. You put your entire community on the hook for your words. And that's what she did. And Black Americans got in it with both feet. And Black Americans who know Haitians, who were brought up around Haitians. One woman in another video talked about being in the fourth grade and having Haitian refugees come into her classroom and into her community. And Black people from Dade County in Miami, Florida, got in the mix. People who really know them, who would otherwise not have said anything disrespectful about them. But because she pissed them off, and this is how Black Americans roll. You piss Black Americans off in that way, they'll open a book on you. And they will read you from the introduction to the index. And if you don't want that read, watch your mouth. Black people will drag up everything they know about you. And everybody in your family, nobody is off limits. Just because they haven't said anything before doesn't mean that they don't know something to say. And it doesn't mean they won't say it if provoked. So she brought out people who were saying things about Haitians from the way they eat, from the way they live, from their hygiene, to the way they comb their hair or don't comb their hair. See, these are things that Black Americans would normally say about them. But because she dragged them into it, they said it. That's a case of unintended consequences. She was trying to flex on Black Americans and make herself look special, and she set off a whole firestorm for her people. And that's the lesson here. In a world where everything is public and everything is amplified, you have to understand the weight of what you say. One person can light a match, but the fire doesn't stay in their hands, it spreads. And too often, the people who end up paying the price weren't even in the room when the spark was struck, as was the case here. There was one Haitian person, and I don't know if there might have been some more Haitians in there, but what happened was that all of the Haitians got involved in it. So the internet conversation wasn't just about her, it became about all Haitians. It's about responsibility, it's about understanding that your mouth can create consequences your community has to live with. And if you care about your people, you don't put them in harm's way. And Black Americans are never going to forget this because this is not the first time a Haitian woman with a loose mouth has gotten on a podcast and insulted Black Americans. And clearly, they don't understand the vulnerable position they're in globally as a people. Nobody wants Haitians in their country. Donald Trump is getting as many of them out of here as he possibly can. And even the countries in the Caribbean, they say they will take Caribbean deportees from the United States, from every country except Haiti. Now, why is it that the people of the Caribbean, who have lived among them the most, don't even want them in their country? That's what you need to be thinking about when you start running your mouth. Coming to America and learning how to act like a Black American does not sanitize you. You're still a Haitian and you still carry the weight of what that means in the world. Okay, y'all, let me know what you think about the video. Thank you for listening. Stay warm and have a wonderful day.